Kid has only eaten one. This has happened like 10 years ago, plus it was told to me by my mom. Needless to say, all of this is paraphrased. My mom was working in this little cafe in a camping site, but both the owners and most of the customers were total but wholes. So, this EM comes in with her kid, who wanted an ice cream. She asks for an ice cream. We only had packed ones. Mom, take the one you want. Em takes the ice cream, opens it, and drops it to the floor. Em, can I take another? Mom, yes, sure. Em proceeds to take another ice cream and drops it again. She takes a third one. After my mom had finished cleaning up, Em goes to the counter. Em, how much is it? One is €1.50, so it's for €50. Em, what do you mean for €50? My kid has only eaten one. And so, what was I supposed to do? Take those 2 other cones up, wait for the next person and tell them, this has just been taken up from the floor. €1.50, thank you. This way not only am I not able to sell those ice cream anymore, and we didn't get them for free, but I also had to clean up, so yes, for €50, thank you. At the end she paid and left. Edited for a typo.
Crazy neighbor tells daughter that she can play in my garden without permission. People liked my other post about this crazy neighbor, so I'm going to tell you another story with her. I was watching birds in the garden through my window. I was really bored and had nothing to do. I was just about to take a photo of one really pretty bird when my neighbor's kid ran into my garden without permission. She started running around with her bubbles, also scaring the birds off and singing to herself like a lot of kids do. I opened the door and was about to ask her why she was here, but she got scared and ran off. I called the girl's mum, Helen, and asked her why her daughter was on my garden running around. At first she was confused, but I was sure that it was her kid. She then said, "Oh, now I remember. But why are you calling? Is she not allowed to be there?" I said, "No, she ran onto my garden without permission and started scaring the birds I was watching. So you can watch your dumb little birds some other time. I sent out my daughter onto your garden and you don't have permission to kick her off." I was now really angry. First of all, I did not kick her off. She ran away on her own. Second of all, this is my garden, and I say who is allowed onto here and who is not. You do not have the right to send her here. She seemed offended and hung up. I rolled my eyes and went outside to make sure she didn't come back. I noticed she crushed one of my vegetables I planted. I don't remember what it was, but it was about to be old enough to take out and use. She lived on the other side of the street, but she was with some other neighbors to have a talk. As I was outside now, I saw where this neighbor was and heard her say to her daughter, "You can go on that man's garden. He won't do anything." I was raging. I went closer to her and said, "Helen, I don't know why you think you can buy my Nintendo Switch for $20 and let your daughter on my garden whenever you want. This is not normal, and I am sick of you doing these things. I'm not the only neighbor who thinks this. Almost half of the street agrees. If you want to do this, go ask other neighbors and stop doing it to me." She went silent and kinder red. Her daughter started crying. She cries all the time, and they both stormed away. I heard her shout to me, "My husband is a police officer, and I'll make sure that he will have a word with you." I once again rolled my eyes and also went back home.
Entitled Mother Wanted Police Involvement for me wearing a dressing gown bathrobe. For context, I'm a 23-year-old male who lives alone. I practice nudism when and where possible, and as such, am naked about 80% of the time I am at home. So this morning I woke up and went about my usual stuff. Still naked, I noticed that the kitchen bin was rather full. I had a rather large Just Eat delivery dinner the night before, and it was utter chaos in there. Took the bag out, tied it up, and threw on my dressing gown bathrobe to take the bag outside to the bins by the road. It was a crisp 3 degrees C this morning, so I didn't want to be out there for long. The bins yet again were full. People don't bother to put them out properly and wonder why they fill up so fast. So I moved my own bin onto the pavement where they are able to be collected easy. Threw the bin bag in it and was just heading back up the pathway to my front door when I hear the familiar, "Excuse me." I rolled my eyes, took a breath in, and turned round. Yow? Are you wearing anything under the robe? How does that matter? I know that it was done up correctly. I double knotted the tie-up thing to make sure of it, and wrapped it very tightly around me so it couldn't slip open in any way. Well, are you? I don't think that's any concern of yours. I'm just putting my bin out. Am interrupting me. That means you're naked under that robe. That's illegal. No, it's not. I'm covered, so it's legal. As I turn away to open my door with my key, she suddenly lunges up the path and grabs me on the arm. Don't you touch me, get off. You're naked under there, that's illegal. I'm calling the police. It's damaging to children. Is it? Wearing a bathrobe is damaging to children, is it? Sure. If you don't let go of me, I will report you for harassment and violence. Fuck off, woman, and leave me alone. I've done nothing wrong here. I am an unintelligible grunt, scream, screech type noise that made her sound like something from Doctor or circa 1970s. It ended with police, so my guess is that she was screeching about getting me in trouble with them or something, I don't know. Well, it's 8 p.m. now, no sign of the police. So unless they take 13 hours to respond. We think she was either bullshit or the police told her to bug off. Well, being naked under a bathrobe outside is not illegal. It might be considered that, I suppose. But I didn't see the point in putting anything else on for a 2-minute task before being naked once I was back inside. I was fully covered up, so don't see what her problem was at all. Crazy bitches be crazy, I guess.
You can suggest new voices in the comments.